To date, you have spent 45 million. What have you spent 45 million on? According to your report, they are saying that you don't have any procurement plan. In your report, you are saying that you don't have a procurement plan. How are you then procuring goods and services when you don't have a plan? Why are we spending so much money on infrastructure development and failing to maintain it?
I don't understand your question. Can you rephrase it? Because if we're spending on infrastructure, then it means there's so much funds that we spend on infrastructure, then it means there are infrastructures that are in place, but some of them that are not yet in place.
It's a straightforward question. Why do you focus on infrastructure development, yet you are failing to maintain it?
I think in connection with the infrastructure, I think we're spending fairly properly, and the maintenance that we've done, we think they are enough according to the funding that we are getting. I think.
CFO, you know you are not responding. You are not responding. In fact, you are taking us for a ride. You think we are joking, eh? And we are not joking. Please take us serious. Don't undermine us. What measures, as part of consequence management, have you applied to the CFO? Is there anything that you have done to the CFO?
No, thanks.
It's fine, thanks, Principal. I can tell you now for free, the management that we are having is not fit for purpose, in line with their responses. I don't think even the principal himself is convinced of the responses that he's providing. In fact, what we are hearing here is an embarrassment of the highest order, because from where I'm sitting, that's utter nonsense. Does not make sense to me. And for obvious reasons, the impression that has been created out there in the society is that politicians are the ones who are mismanaging the funds. When in actual fact, the people that we are sitting with in this room are the ones who are creating a problem for us. The CFO is here, spent 45 million, but he cannot account for that 45 million as to specifically what is it that he has done. And with that being said, DDG, I can tell you for free that you are handing over the country to the opposition deliberately. No, thank you very much, Chair. Thanks for the opportunity, and let me also welcome the presentation that has been done. Chair, I think maybe one must start with this emphasis that was made by the SG of the SRC in terms of the role of the college. It exists to serve the people. It does not exist for any other reason. Now, when teaching and learning process has been disrupted, it means that there is no reason for us to have a TVET college. I thought I must start with that aspect because in everything that has been presented, reality of the matter is that we can tell that the teaching and learning process has been disrupted here and there. And that's why my question will emanate from that angle. The SRC, when it was making a presentation, DDG, they've made an indication that there is no learner support material. Why is the reason? Or why do you have that situation, DG?
Thank you, Honorable Kgabo. I think the college will be in a better position to respond because from our side, we do the transfers to the colleges. They take care of it. We don't do a central procurement of LTSM as a department.
Thanks. Principal, why are we not having learner support or student support material? SRC has indicated that they don't receive textbooks on time. Why are we having that situation when the department has confirmed that they have transferred money to the college timelessly?
Thank you. I think that the learner support material was delivered late this year.
Why?
Though I may not be in the better position to answer, because we ordered the books and then with the publishers, as we agreed in our plenary meeting. And then upon delivery, there were differences. Some delivered late, some delivered early. But I think at that time, it's when when some of the service providers or some of the publishers were not paid, which we corrected, and then they were delivered.
So are you saying that the late delivery is informed by a failure to pay the service provider?
Yeah.
What measures, as part of consequence management, have you applied to the CFO? Is there anything that you have done to the CFO?
No, thanks.
It's fine, thanks, Principal. Thanks, let's leave it. There's nothing that you have done to the CFO. Can I go to the CFO? CFO? Thank you very much, CFO.
Yes, Honorable.
Let's deal with your allocation. For this financial year, you were given 58.3 million. To date, you have spent 45 million. What have you spent 45 million on?
Okay, even though I don't have documents in front of me, but the bulk of our subsidy, you can see most of it, it's allocated into salaries, most of it. So I think our payroll allocation, if you can look at that funding, close to about 200 million of it. It goes to salaries for the whole budgeted period. So, but besides that, then we utilize it to procure, I think, learner material, and then we pay also service providers in connection with services that they cater, security and other services. So we also pay municipal bills and rates for the college. We also also with other expenditure like communication cost and internet and things like that. So we spend it on that.
Thanks, CFO. Can you do that in writing? Because what you are presenting to us does not hold water.
Yes.
What? Out of the 58.3 million that was allocated, do you have a maintenance plan and do you also have a maintenance budget?
We do have a maintenance budget, and there is a maintenance plan that has been submitted to DHET by the infrastructure unit.
How much are you setting aside for the maintenance?
Maintenance unit, maintenance expenditure should be about 20% of the budget allocation.
Okay. Can I take you to one slide where you are speaking of CIEG allocation, 11.2.2, CIEG spending? You had spent 45 million according to your report. You spent 4 million at Chief Albert Lutuli, 14 at Eshowe, 15 Eswatini. When you look at your description, you speak of professional agents, engineering, management services, fencing, generators, building repairs, and sewer line. Can you give us a detailed breakdown, specifically what is it that you were dealing with in a separate approach to say that in Eshowe, this is what we have spent 14 million on.
Okay.
At Chief Albert Lutul, this is what we have spent 4 million on. Can you prepare that for us in the meantime? Can I go to the next question? The audit outcome. 2 years in a row, you have been getting unqualified audit opinion.
Yes.
Do you have a post-audit action plan?
Yes, we have an audit action plan. It's a standing item on the Audit and Risk Committee. And also it's monitored by our internal auditors to see the progress in connection with the audit action plan.
Your supply chain management, the Auditor General is raising some red flags on and around your internal controls. According to you, what is the root cause of the audit opinion?
Now, the audit opinion is unqualified for 2 years. So if it's an unqualified, which means they've looked at your records.
Don't explain.
No,
that
okay,
part.
I'm saying.
What is the root cause? Don't explain to me what is
the root cause.
Unqualified. That one I understand
Okay,
it.
the root cause, it's because we can account accordingly for all our accounting records and the internal controls, even though there are some deficiencies in the internal controls, but they are bare minimum. They are not at a high risk at that level.
They are bare minimum. That's not what the Auditor General is saying. According to your report, they are saying that you don't have any procurement plan. In your report, you are saying that you don't have a procurement plan. How are you then procuring goods and services when you don't have a plan?
I think maybe it's something that we need to speak with the HE. We provided them with procurement plan. We have a procurement plan as part of the report that we submit to the HE, and also on quarterly reports to the finance committee. We do have a procurement plan, an existing procurement plan. I can provide it for you now.
So the HE is lying?
No, I think HE, when they wrap up the audit, I think they have issues that they raise, which is not that they are lying. Maybe they didn't probe.
It's fine. Your report says that you're the one that you have presented as an institution. It says that you don't have any procurement plan. In your own presentation, I'm just trying to locate that slide.
I'm not aware of that, Chair.
You're not aware of it?
No. We do have a procurement.
I'll go back to it. It's fine. I'm looking for it on the slide. I'll go back to it. CFO, while we are still there, why are we spending so much money on infrastructure development and failing to maintain it?
I don't understand your question. Can you rephrase it? Because if we're spending on infrastructure, then it means there's so much funds that we spend on infrastructure, then it means there are infrastructures that are in place, but some of them that are not yet in place. I'm not getting you properly, Chair.
It's a straightforward question. Why do you focus on infrastructure development, yet you are failing to maintain it? According to your report, you need 75 million to maintain your infrastructure. And in terms of your allocation, you only have 58.3. That's what you have put on your presentation. Have you gone through this presentation?
Yes, I've gone through the infrastructure. Let me just see properly here. Yeah, I think in connection with the infrastructure, I think we're spending fairly properly, and the maintenance that we've done, we think they are enough according to the funding that we are getting. I think.
CFO, you know you are not responding. You are not responding. In fact, you are taking us for a ride. You think we are joking, eh? And we are not joking. Please take us serious. Don't undermine us. Why are we not providing PPE on time?
The PPE, I think we had issues with the PPE for students.
Listen to my question.
Yes.
Why are we not providing PPE on time?
We have not been providing PPE on time because we had issues with the way that we allocated funds according to what we require to spend in connection with the PPEs, but we've ratified it currently. And we have a plan also in according to the PPE of how we're gonna look around the issues of PPE going forward. We had challenges with the PPE, we agree, but currently we have developed a plan which will assist us for the 2026 financial year to ensure that we do not have the same problem as we had currently.
CFO, I'm not sure if you are listening to your own responses. Can I take you to a document that speaks of college turnaround strategy? I take you to page 5 of it that speaks of your turnaround strategy.
Page 5.
Yeah, page 5 of 17.
Yes.
It says that project income not clearly defined and finance failing to account on project spending. The recommendation in terms of the turnaround, it says that to determine actual cost of all projects. What does that thing mean? Am I understanding you right that you start a project not exactly knowing what is the overall amount of that project? Maybe it's my little understanding because you officials are arguing that members of the committee are people of NQF level 3. Explain that English that you have written there for me. Maybe it's my little understanding.
Okay, I think in connection with the project, there's a unit, which is a project unit. They then look into acquiring project. It could be a skills program or whatever. Now, the challenge that we've been having in connection with that one is to develop it and have it as a fully fledged unit. It must have finance, HR, marketing, project unit. So the project manager. So that's what we've been trying to streamline, because it becomes difficult, I think, at the position that I'm sitting on, to dwell so much on issues of project unit, because it's supposed to be a unit on its own. So we've just appointed a project manager currently, and we are looking into trying to maximize matters of project and make sure that we have a project unit to develop this third stream of income for the college so that we can align it.
CFO, you are not telling us the truth. Let me give you a breather. You are not telling us the truth. Think about your responses in the meantime. Let me go to the principal. Principal, gender-based violence is a problem in South Africa. In fact, the president of the country, the only president of the country, President Ramaphosa, has declared him he has declared GBV as a pandemic. What is your understanding of classified information? Maybe let me remind you, you have said that you don't have GBV stats because of its classified information. Maybe as a principal, explain to me what is classified.
Maybe before I go there, can I correct my statement? I said they told me that this is classified because it's sensitive. And I responded also by saying to somebody who asked me that I was shocked because we need to have these stats. But I could not believe it myself, because the classified information is some information that is kept out of the access of everyone. Let's say, for instance, if you have the room that you have all the registry. Then if you say classified, it's information that cannot be exposed to anyone. We argued a lot about this because at first I said, can you give me this? Then you rate it into this so that we can have an understanding. They agreed. Then secondly, then said, no, now it's critical. How critical is that information? Because we want to know it.
It's fine, Principal.
Yes.
It's fine. Do you have a GBV policy?
Not yet in place, we're still using the protocol.
So you don't have a gender-based violence policy?
We use the THET one.
So you don't have a policy?
We do have. Not not for the college, for the department.
So as a college, you don't have a gender-based violence policy? Principal, can I ask you, you said you were appointed 8 months ago. Where were you before your appointment?
I
What
was
was
at
your
the
position?
TPC.
Are you new in this institution?
No.
Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the issue of gender-based violence. How are you? Okay.
Chair, thanks. I'm sorry to interject, but I'm a bit worried on how we've been misled with regard to the GBV and the protocols. And I'm going to remind this house. We did, to the department, they had a circular, they had time frames about colleges to have GBV policies, not frameworks. Wait, Principal, on that he could order in. Jano, Chair, can the principal be clear and honest with the question of Honorable Kgabo, because the college one should be the one having the states on GBV and guided by the policy and have a committee that deals, because GBV happens in their own campus. What does it have to do with high health? Because their management should know what are the issues. They must be honest on how they're dealing with GBV, because this matter is very sensitive.
No, thank you. Thank you. I'm saying we don't have the policy now, which has been approved. So if the policy has not yet been approved, I can't say we have. Because the Triple S is finalizing that. We do have, like for instance, if we get reports that something has happened in this campus, in this campus, in this campus, we do have that. So I wanted from Higher Health, as they are stationed in our campuses, to give me a proper consolidated stats. So what I said, what worried me is that they promised at the beginning. And then I said, please, when you bring that, rate it into 1, 2, 3, and 4, so that we can be able to see which one is high, which one is low. The rating, we agreed. Thereafter, when I did a follow-up, the lady started by saying, no, I've spoken to my supervisors, they said it's critical. Then I said, no, I can't accept that you say that is critical, because it happens in our college. Bring that. Then I was promised that the summary will be sent to me at 7 o'clock yesterday, which I did not even get.
Thanks,
Yes.
thanks, Principal. Chair, I think my time is over. And as I conclude, I think we've got a problem here. And the problem is the issue of leadership, like we have identified that crisis. And I don't think DDG, we are doing justice in terms of responding to issues that has been raised previously. I can tell you now for free, the management that we are having is not fit for purpose, in line with their responses. I don't think even the principal himself is convinced of the responses that he's providing. In fact, what we are hearing here is an embarrassment of the highest order. And would like the principal to provide that with that thing in writing, whereby he indicates that Higher Health has told him that they cannot provide information because of it's classified. Because from where I'm sitting, that's utter nonsense. Does not make sense to me. And for obvious reasons, the impression that has been created out there in the society is that politicians are the ones who are mismanaging the funds. When in actual fact, the people that we are sitting in this room are the ones who are creating a problem for us. The CFO is here, spent 45 million, but he cannot account for that 45 million as to specifically what is it that he has done. And with that being said, DDG, I can tell you for free that you are handing over the country to the opposition deliberately. But we'll have to attend to that issue at some point. Thank you very much.